welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. For today's video, I have my first update for my Pan those eyeshadows. Now, if you've not seen my introduction video, I will leave a link for you guys up in the eye. But basically, I randomly generated 5 eyeshadow singles from my collection with the goal of either hitting pan on them or getting 15 uses out of them. This way, I can cycle through my eyeshadow singles, which honestly are a bit ignored in my collection. Now, this project is great for anyone out there who's an eyeshadow lover, or even if you own just one eyeshadow palette but end up using only a couple of shades from it. The whole randomization aspect of it is so exciting. It's like a challenge. Sometimes you end up getting color combinations you won't think of personally, but when you get them and you're challenged to use them, they just push you a little, which I think is honestly so great. My color story, however, was pretty neutral, pretty fiery and warm. I had this bronze shade from Inglot, this glittery wine shade from Faceshop, this fiery orange from Pack. I had a matte brown from Colourpop and another orange from Shiseido. I really enjoyed this color story, but we are going to be having some rollouts, so that's pretty exciting. So without any further ado, if you want to know how many times I use these eyeshadows, what did I hit pan on, what did I hit my usage goal on, and all of that, and what we're going to be rolling in towards the end of the video, then please keep on watching. I'm going to talk through in the order the shades were rolled in last month. So the first shade we have to talk about is my Inglot Bronze shade. Now this is what it looked like last month when we rolled the eyeshadow in, and this is what it is looking like right now. I did use this about 5 times and I used it all over my lid as well, like a one and done shadow, but there's not a lot of disturbance in the pan. It's a very tightly packed formulation, so you do not end up using a lot of it, and the pan is pretty deep as well. It's not a shallow pan, so if you are looking for a bang for your buck, Inglot singles are the way to go. Now, because I only used it 5 times, I still have 10 more uses to go, and honestly want to do it in this month so that I can roll it out the next month. I don't want to keep an eyeshadow for more than 2 months because I really want to just go through all of my singles, and because this is such a neutral and such a boring color of sorts, it can look very similar even in different eyeshadow looks. I used it as a one and done shadow, I used it in smoky eye and all of that, and they did end up looking pretty similar. So hopefully I am able to ramp up my usage this month, or maybe I can find a little bit more creative way of using this bronze shade to make it slightly different. But yeah, overall I do want to roll this out the next month, so wish me luck for that. The next shade we rolled in is called Sugarplum, and it's by the Face Shop, and this is what it looked like last month when we rolled it in. It's a beautiful shade and it's the shade I used the most. I used it 8 times, but in those 8 times I was able to hit pan, and this is what our eyeshadow is looking like right now. Now, because this is a slightly crumblier formulation, you do need to pick up a lot of it, and that's why I could hit pan in just 8 uses. But this is such a beautiful color. It's so transformative. I use this all over my eye. I also use it as a liner topper just to add a little bit of glitter to my liner, and it made every look so beautiful. I'm honestly a little sad that we are rolling this out, and I know I will be reaching for it even once it is rolled out because I've fallen in love with this color and what it can do to a look. But I'm so happy I got to use it and not keep it in my vanity for the longest while. But yeah, we have a pan, the first pan for my pan those eyeshadows. Next up we have Pack's fiery orange shade. This is what the shade looked like when we rolled it into the project, and this is what my pan is looking like right now. As you can see, we have a nice dip going in there. There is no pan yet. I did use this shade only 4 times this month. I actually have it on my eyes right now as well, and I really like it. But the 4 times that I used it, I was using a lot of it because I was packing it on, and especially because today I used a very concentrated brush. The dip is so defined. I feel like I can hit pan before we hit the 15 usage threshold, so let's hope for a pan next month. We had only one matte eyeshadow in my color story, and it was Sticker Sheet by Colourpop, and this is what it looked like when we rolled it into the project. It was basically new. I swatched it for the first time with you guys when we were rolling it in, and I'm so glad to let you all know that after this month, this is what the eyeshadow is looking like. We have such a nice pan going, but I only used it 5 times. I think the reason why I was able to get such a nice pan is because it's a very creamy, buildable color. I have it on my lid right now, and I did wear this a lot as a one and done shadow whenever I was wearing it, and because of the sheerness of this product, I had to build it up a lot. Now, because this is a cream eyeshadow, you can hit pan very easily if you just dig your finger in there. But as you can see, a very even usage in here. Very even usage. I had to build up the opacity, but I like this formulation because you can choose the opacity that you want. If you want to just have a sheer wash of color, you just go into the light layer. If you want to build it up, you can do that as well. But for now, we are going to be rolling this one out. I'm so glad to have 2 rollouts happening in the first update itself. It's so exciting. We are going to be rolling in 2 new shades once we are done discussing the next shade. And the last shade we rolled in was another beautiful orange from Shiseido, and this is what the eyeshadow looked like last month. Again, another kind of untouched product, and this is what our eyeshadow is looking like right now. I have depotted it and I have placed it in my palette so I can use it. But basically, when we talk about the usage, there is slight disturbance, not a lot. Now with this one, I only used it 3 times, and that's why you can't see a lot of disturbance. I feel like this is a very clashing color to my other orange, even though there is a slight difference in the undertone, but on the eyes you can't really tell. I did a halo eye with this and the other orange, and you can't really see that depth and dimension, so I had to add other browns to make sure that there was some halo-ness going to it. This is a very crumbly formulation. I have to say it's a very crumbly satin formulation. You can see in the pan how crumbly it looks, so you really have to build it up. If you don't, it's going to look very sheer. It's slightly difficult to work on the eyes, so I'm a little bit disappointed because of that. But I hope I can either again hit pan, or I'm definitely going to roll this out after 15 uses. This is not one of those eyeshadows I will keep in with the hope of hitting pan even if I'm done with my 15 uses. So by the next month, I really want to ramp up my usage on this. I might try to use this as an eyeliner, or maybe like a pop of color like I have done today with my pack eyeshadow. Let's see how this one works. I feel like this might not work that well as a pop of eyeshadow because this does have a little bit of pink in there. It's not as fiery or as poppy as this orange is. But let's see. Let's get more creative with this one and let's see how we can make usage out of it. Alrighty, we're on to the exciting bit now, the roll-ins. Now I've made a slight change in how we're going to be rolling things in. Now last time I wrote all of my eyeshadows down and I had a corresponding number, then I randomly generated a number, and then we related it to the eyeshadow and all of that. So what I've done now is I have downloaded Tiny Decisions. It's a favorite app among project planners, and I have entered all of my eyeshadows in. I can just manually delete an eyeshadow once we roll it in, so we don't have re-rolls and all of that. So we are going to be rolling 2 new eyeshadows in together. So I have all of my eyeshadows right here in this wheel, so we are going to be doing it together. Let's just roll which eyeshadow to pan next. We have MAC Young Venus, and then let's go one more time. We have Makeup Obsession Chocolate Cream. I'm going to quickly grab both of those to see our new color story. I have grabbed both of the eyeshadows we rolled in, and I don't think our color story is going to look too different. The first shadow we rolled in was MAC Young Venus, and this is what the shadow looks like. This is basically new. I haven't used it ever, but let me give you a quick swatch. I'm not sure if we can hit pan on this or not because MAC pans are notoriously deep, but this is what the shadow looks like. It's a beautiful pink shade. I think this would work really well with the eyeshadow palette that I am using in my project pan. It's a beautiful pink shade. I think it's perfect for the season right now, like a beautiful pastel color. And the second shade that we rolled in was from Makeup Obsessions. This is a beautiful brown shade, very similar to Sticker Sheet because it's a cool toned matte brown shade. Again, let me give you a swatch so you can see. So this is what the Makeup Obsession color looks like. It's slightly more gray, like slightly gray purple than Sticker Sheet. So these are the new shades that we have rolled in. So from this, we are rolling in shade number 1, 3, and 5. So this is our new color story. You can just delete this one and this one. But I think it's pretty much very similar still. Next month, I'm hoping to get more blues or purples or greens to work with because I really like those shades and I have put in a lot of them in my basket. I don't know why I'm not randomly getting like pops of color in there. So hoping for a better and more colorful color story next time. But that's going to be it for my first update for my Pan Those Eyeshadows. I hope you guys enjoyed this and I hope you guys are doing a similar project as well because I think it's pretty fun. If you are, then let me know your progress down in the comment section and I'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.